Hey guys, it's been about a month and a week, 2 weeks, a month and a half, whatever, 7 weeks to be exact. I don't know what that would equate to. Since I've started working at Google, and since then, we've gone through our whole training, and that includes technical training. So I have joined a team, and starting next week, I will actually start working with that team. Um, I've just had this week to kind of study up on the materials. Later on, I'll mention the team that I'm on. But for now, I just want to kind of update you guys on what training was like, what I expected, what it actually is, and what I'm expecting for my first rotation or being on my first team. So, to start my training, first week was a ton of meetings. I think like 3 meetings every day, 3 to 4 meetings every day. Some were like an hour, some were like 2 hours. And those meetings weren't technical meetings or technical training yet. They were just meetings about what to expect. If there's any miscommunication from your recruiter, just kind of getting familiar with like corp access, like, or, your access to like corp stuff, corp websites, and so on. That was mainly the first week. The second week was our first week of technical training. We kind of learned like the workflow of things. It was technical to an extent, right? The second week was just learning how code is compiled, where to get the code from, how to look up stuff and stuff like that. So for the first week, essentially, we basically just learned the tools to be able to provide code for Google. With that, we moved into a third week. Third week is where we got to actually work on a project. The project was about a week and a half. The first project was about a week and a half. And it was basically learning to be able to get stuck and help yourself out. And when you can't help yourself out, know who to go to. So stuff like that. I really consider that first project to be like a warm-up of the second project. And the second project to basically be another warm-up of what you'll actually be doing when you actually code, production code for Google. That's really it for the first project. We learned about some new stuff, and it's new to everyone because some of these technologies are only available at Google and only Google employees use them. So, but for most coders, you understand that once you know how to use this, you could learn how to use its sister, its brother. You could learn how to use something similar. It's the same concept, just different syntax. So that was that first project. The second project was basically the same project-ish. The only differences were that the first project was common for everyone. Everyone did the same exact project, and a lot of it was, hand-holding and making sure that, so you get the confidence to do more. And that was basically the first project. The second project, however, gave a little more freedom for people to kind of choose and do a project of their liking. So basically, you get to make an app from a database of your choosing, from a set of databases. You could really do whatever you want with that database, whatever you want, as in like whatever app choice you want to do. And it had to have a front end or like a UI so that you could visually see it and you could present it at the end of the training. That was basically training. Now, what I've learned from training was being able to get unstuck, getting the confidence to play with stuff and feel like I won't break them or, do more basically. So that's basically training. Now, very, very excited to start on my first team, first project, first rotation. Very exciting stuff, to say the very least. Now, the team that I'll be joining is the messaging team. You could think of it as Android messaging. I start on Tuesday, officially Tuesday. But I've just been doing some reading on the team, been doing some reading on the technologies that they're using. And the first two projects have definitely given me the confidence to feel like I'm prepared to take on this new challenge in the journey. This is just a video about my training period at Google. Obviously, I'm missing some of the fun because we don't get to go to the office. And I know a lot of people like working from home, but being that it's my first ever software engineering job, I've always wanted to be in the office for some time just to be able to see the people that you're working with, be able to see the workflow of how things are going. Now you just sit behind a computer, you do your work, you have coffee time here and there, but it's not the same as being in the office with somebody. That was basically a little update of what I've been doing, what training was like. Was training hard? I feel like training wasn't hard. Training was just a lot of learning. And I like gaining new knowledge. I feel like this is part of the reason why this field is so great for me, because you're learning something new every single day. And maybe that's why training didn't seem like it was like hard. It was just a lot of things that you had to learn. That's really it. Yeah, that's basically it, really. This hat that you saw at the beginning of the video, it's cool and all, but I can't really wear it. I don't know. It just doesn't sit right, It's cool for decoration, whatever. But I can't really wear this. Anyways, this is the end of the video. I feel like a lot of people have been asking me about my time so far. So instead of going and answering everyone separately, I feel like this could kind of get the idea across. Of course, there are people that are closer to me that I speak to on a regular basis. But if you just want a general idea of what it's like working at Google, or what the first weeks are like, or training period is like working at Google, that's my experience. I'm not too sure if everyone's the same, but that's just what I went through. Hope this was informative and you guys could take something out of it. This is it for the video. Until the next one, peace.